Good morning students, welcome to VLSI Design. In the last lecture we talked about simulation and synthesis. Now we are going to discuss about fault modeling. So what is meant by fault modeling? So first, what is fault? So fault is nothing but something that could go wrong in the construction or operation of the equipment. That means something is go wrong in the operation of the circuit or construction of the equipment. So that is called as a fault. So how we can find the faults which are present in the particular circuit means in different ways we can find the faults in the particular circuit. That means, so why faults modeling? The number of physical defects in the chip that can be too many. That means sometimes it may be infinity one. The physical defects which are present in the chip are too many. That is, it is impossible to count and analyze all possible faults. Why? Because of the physical defects are infinity. Infinity number of physical defects are present. So because of that reason we can't count and analyze all possible faults. So all faults are nothing but a physical defects on the chip. So that is nothing but a fault. So how we can find, that means how different types of the faults modeling. First see what is meant by fault modeling. It is defined as a physical defect of one or more components or connections between the components in the given particular circuit. And here description level of a fault modeling, that means different types of the fault modelings. Number 1 behavioral, number 2 functional, number 3 structural, and number 4 switch level modeling, and number 5 geometric level modeling. So these 5 are the different fault modeling, that means types. So number 1 is behavioral level fault modeling, functional level fault modeling, structural level fault modeling, switch level fault modeling, and last one is called as a geometric level fault modeling. So what is meant by behavioral modeling means circuit description in high level languages. So that is nothing but what is I briefly tell about these 5 types of the fault modelings. So what is meant by behavioral? Behavioral is nothing but a circuit description in the high level languages. Circuit description in the high level languages means either HDL or a Verilog one. And the next one is called as a functional level fault modeling. What is meant by functional level fault modeling means like RTL schematic. And the third one is called as a structure level fault modeling. Structure level fault modeling is nothing but a gate level fault modeling. And the next one is switch level fault modeling. So switch level fault modeling is simply nothing but a transistor level fault modeling. And last one is geometric level fault modeling. That means at the level of layout. So that is called as a geometric. Like 5 different types of the fault modelings are present. Once again, behavioral modeling. The behavioral modeling is nothing but circuit describes in a high level languages either HDL or a Verilog. Functional description is nothing but a like RTL schematic, and a structural level is also called as a gate level fault modeling. Switch level is nothing but a transistor level. Geometric is nothing but at a level of layouts. So in the layouts we can observe the faults, that fault as a geometric faults. So in the transistor level if we observe the fault, the type of fault is called as a switch level. And if a gate level fault modeling is present, that is called as a structural level. The function, that means RTL schematic based fault finding is present means that is called as a functional level. And behavioral is nothing but description of a high level language. After getting the high level language, so if any faults are present, that type of faults are called as a behavioral modeling. First, let us see what is meant by behavioral modeling. So just I said, what is meant by behavioral modeling? That is nothing but a circuit described in the high level language. That is called as a behavioral level fault modeling. So these are all very important in the examination point of view. So behavioral level fault modeling. Behavioral level fault modeling nothing but the circuit specification given in the high level language. That means like Verilog and VHDL. So what type of defects which are present after writing the VHDL or Verilog program means, so the faults is defined with respect to the construction of the description languages. So first one is variable is permanently in the low or high logic state. So suppose for example, if whenever I take, so this is nothing but the one logic. So here in this one I connect the supply. This is nothing but the supply, and it is nothing but it is connected to ground. Suppose for example, so here not it is a ground. So here I connect a ground and I take it as a output one. So take this as a output. This is nothing but the output of particular circuit. It is not correct. So here that is nothing but a variable is permanently low or high logic state means, so that is nothing but the supply is nothing but high state and it is nothing but a ground is a low state. So here this is nothing but a supply. So whenever the supply is connected to, that means the supply is not connected at the output, that means the supply voltage is not tied to output, means definitely it will fix at a 0 level. Okay, so that is nothing but a permanently low or high state. Suppose whenever whenever here I connected a capacitor, this is how this capacitance is discharges means by taking the ground. Whenever the ground is not present, that means it is because of some fault one, it is tied to 1 means, so it does not shows a low level state. So the variable is permanently in the low state or logic high state. That is called as a low or high state one. And the second one is nothing but an assignment statement like x is equal to y does not work. If any assignment state, so by using the Verilog and the VHDL we can assign the value. That means y is assigned to x. If y is assigned to x means it is not working, means the type of defect is called as a behavioral level modeling defect. Okay, one is nothing but the total variable is connected to either low state or a high state without changing their values. That is nothing but a first one. And the second one is nothing but x is equal to y means, so the y value is not assigned to x. So if the y is not assigned to x, this is nothing but an assignment statement. If the y value is not assigned to x means it does not work. This type of defect is also present in the behavioral level modeling. Why? Because all these are the high level languages like VHDL and Verilogs. And the next one, then or else part of the if statement is present. So if his then and else never taken. So whenever we use if and else statement inside the program, if then and else are not never taken means that is also one type of the defect. That is called as a behavioral one. So if the switch statement never taken, so if the switch statement is also present in our program, if that does not taken means automatically one defect will present. That is nothing but a behavioral level fault. And loops are either loop is always executed or never executed. So whenever I need the loop at that time, if the loop is working means that is a good in. programming. If it is always executed or never executed means that is also one fault. The type of fault is called as a behavioral level fault modeling. So in the high level language programming like VHDL and Verilog, we can observe different types of the faults. Those faults are nothing but this variable fault, and next one assignment one, then next if and else statement or a switch statement or a loop statement. These type of defects are all come under a behavioral level fault modeling. So these are all mainly present in the high level languages. So before writing the VHDL program or Verilog program, so beware of these types of the defects. And next one is nothing but a functional level fault modeling. So the functional level fault modeling is like a RTL schematic one. So the circuit is specified at the register transfer level. So that is nothing but a RTL one. So that means that whole netlist of a functional blocks, that means registers, adders, multipliers, multiplexers and buses, these all are come under a functional level fault modeling. So suppose adder is present. So adder, we know very well adder. So if we take the full adder, 3 inputs are present, all are ones means sum is 1 and carry is 1. So if I apply 3 inputs are ones, so if I apply 3 inputs are ones and sum and carry, so this is nothing but sum and this is called as a carry, sum 1 and carry is also 1. So if we apply 3 inputs are 1, if I can't get carry as a 1, if simply it is a 0 means that is nothing but a defect. Why? Because if I apply 3 inputs means sum is 1 and carry is 1. But if won't get 1 at a carry side means that is also one defect. That type of defect is called as a functional defect. So that is nothing but the RTL based one. So the false modeling are the blocks specified or not generally specified. So that is nothing but it is nothing but a functional block. That means register is a block, address or block, multipliers and multiplexers, buses, all are the blocks. That means multiplexers, decoders, memories, etc. are the examples of the fault modeling. The fault modeling is nothing but a functional level fault modeling one. So this is nothing but the functional level fault modeling. So in the previous one what we discussed, behavioral level. Behavioral level is totally depends on the languages one. That means a program. So in the functional level fault modeling, that is totally based on the blocks of the function. So that is nothing but functional blocks, either register or that means adders, multipliers and multiplexers. If whatever the problem which are present in these conditions, that is called as a functional level fault modeling. And the third type is called as a structural level fault modeling. It's a very important one. So structural level fault modeling. Structural level fault modeling is nothing but a gate level one. That means the circuit is specified at a netlist, typically the levels of gates and flip-flops. Okay, that is nothing but a structure level. Gates and flip-flops all are come under a structure level one. So the blocks, nothing but a gates are fault free. So see here, structure level faults. Structure level faults is nothing but this is a gate level one. So here if I take one gate, consider one gate. Suppose if I take a OR gate. So this is nothing but OR gate. Okay, one OR gate, and I take one more OR gate. So if I connect these two OR gates into one particular OR gate. Okay, now, so this is nothing but the inputs and this is input. So what is meant by structure level faulting means it is a gate or fault free. That means inside the gate there is no problem. It is okay and it is okay and it is okay. Where the fault is present means at interconnected state. That means this state is connected to this state. Whenever the problem is occurred after connecting these two circuits, whenever the problem is created accidentally, problem is present, means the type of problem is called as a structure level fault modeling. Structure level fault modeling means inside the gate, that means gates are fault free, simply called as a gates are fault free. And that is nothing but interconnections between blocks can be faulty. The interconnections are only the faulty, the gates are a faulty free. And the basic idea to ensure that the interconnections are fault free and are able to carry both logic 0 and logic 1. So that means this circuit whenever carries 0, that means independent of the output of this OR gate. So the independent of the output of the OR gate means, suppose the OR gate output is 1, but because of the accidental defects in the interconnections 1, so it is always logic 0, means that is independent of 1. So that is nothing but a logic 0 and a logic 1. So logic 0 can be called as a struck at 0 and logic 1 can be called as a struck at 1. Always it shows 0, that is called as struck at 0. It is struck at 0, and logic 1 means it is struck at high level 1. So that is nothing but logic 0 can be called as a struck at 0 and logic 1 can be called as a struck at 1. So that means this is nothing but I said this is very important. That means structural level fault modeling is very important. That is popular structural level fault models are nothing but struck at faults. Just I said that is struck at fault is nothing but logic 0 means struck at 0 and struck at 1. And then the second type is nothing but a bridging fault model. See, these two are the types of the structure level fault modeling. So briefly I said I am going to talk about a structure level fault modeling means. So the structure level fault modeling, gates are a fault free, only the faulty is nothing but the interconnection of the components, that is called as a structure level. So two types of the structure level fault models are available. One is called as struck at fault model. Struck at fault model, again two types, one is struck at 0 and struck at 1. Bridging fault model is nothing but a second type of the structure level fault modeling. First is see struck at fault modeling. So what is meant by struck at fault modeling means, here either it is a logic 0 or a logic 1 due to some failures. So because of the due to some failures 1, so whether it shows a logic 0 or logic 1 always. So that is a permanently fixed at logic 0 or logic 1. So very popular, that means fault model. It is a very popular fault model, technology independent one. So it does not depends on the technology one. Okay, it depends on the technology means definitely the gate level, that means the faults are present, but the structure level gate is a fault free one. So therefore it is called as a technology independent one. And faults on line, only the interconnection lines may be faulty. That means maybe accidentally some faults will occur. The type of fault is called as a structure level fault modeling. So first see struck at 0. So what is meant by struck at 0? So this type of modeling is called as a struck at 0. So that is nothing but there is no defect is present inside the gate. It is okay. Okay, it's a correct, but outside interconnection side. So this is nothing but if B is always tied to 0. B is always tied to 0 means, suppose for example, if 1 1 is present. 1 1 means what is the output of the AND gate? Always 1. So but even though if we apply 1 in the B, but because of some defect, what defect is present? Struck at fault is present. Because of a struck at fault, even though if we apply 1, it shows a 0. So 1 0 combination output is equal to 1. So it is nothing but a faulty one. The type of fault is called as a struck at 0. And struck at 1 is nothing but, suppose if OR gate is present. If OR gate is present means it is struck at 1. So struck at 1 is nothing but always it is connected to 1. But here A is tied to 0. So A is 0. Okay, A is 0 and B is 1. So A is 0, B is 1 means it is 1. Suppose if I apply 0 here and it is 0 here. So 0, 0 means output is equal to 0. But what happens here? So even though if we apply 0 in the B side, it is always struck at 1. Always struck at 1 means it shows always 1. So even though if we apply A is 0 or B is 0, so A is 0 or B is 0, whatever we apply A, but output is equal to 1. Why? Because one of the input of the OR gate is equal to 1. So therefore output is equal to 1. That is A is independent of the output 1. So that type of fault is called as a struck at 1. Struck at 1 is nothing but always it is fixed. That means it is a fixed at a high level. That means 1 level. It is fixed at 0 level means struck at 0, and it is fixed at 1 level means that is called as a struck at 1. So we'll see clearly one example. So first see the 2 input NAND gate. So I think you know the truth table of the 2 input NAND gate. 0 0 means 1, 0 1 means 1, 1 0 means 1 and 1 1. Whenever the 2 inputs are high, then only output is equal to 0. At remaining conditions output is equal to 1. That is nothing but the truth table of the NAND gate. So here I that means connected one fault here. That fault is called as a struck at 0. So first leave this one. First 1 0. 1 0 means 1 0 combination. What is the output here? Output is equal to 1. So 1 is applied here and 1 is applied here. So this is nothing but 0. 0, 1 is nothing but 1. And here this is nothing but 1. 1, 1 is nothing but 0. Okay, first one. So this is 0, this is 1 means output is equal to 1. Okay, now so 1. But because of the struck at 0. So here what is the output of this one? 1 0 means output is equal to 1. But here because of a some fault. What fault is I showed here? Struck at 0 fault. So struck at 0 fault means even though the input of this is 1, but because of this problem it is always 0. So therefore 1 0. So this is nothing but 1 0 is always 1. So 1 0 is nothing but 1. Actually this is 1, this is 1. 1 1 is 0. But here I got 1. Okay, so it is 1 means what is the output? Output is equal to 0. So that is nothing but faulty circuit value. Actual good value is nothing but 1. But because of a struck at 0 problem, what will be present at output? That output is nothing but 0. So that is nothing but a faulty circuit value. So like that the faults may be present in the circuit, that either struck at 0 fault or a struck at 1 faults. I created only the struck at 0 problem here. And next type of modeling is called as a bridging fault modeling. So in the previous one only one that means defect is present, either struck at 0 or a struck at 1. If the two that means if 2 or more distinct lines are shorted together. So in the previous one only one is shorted, that means it is struck at 0 means it is open. Suppose struck at 1 means only one thing is shorted. But in the bridge fault modeling, if 2 or more distinct lines are shorted together, that means this is 1 and this is 1. So if these two are shorted, okay, the type of modeling is called, fault modeling is called as a bridge fault modeling. So this is quite possible due to imperfection during fabrication. This is because of a fabrication one. So but is in the previous one, that is independent of the fabrication. So only the interconnections are maybe faulty. The type of fault is called as a struck at fault. So this is nothing but imperfections during fabrication. Because that means in the fabrication faults may be present. That type of fault is called as a bridge faulting. That is 2 or more distinct lines are short circuited together. So effect of bridging is nothing but depends on the technology. That is either positive edge logic or a negative edge logic. Okay, second one, end bridging. That means end operation is happened. Suppose these two are shorted means So it's just like a AND gate one. So that type of bridging is called as a AND bridging, or one more bridging is called as a OR bridging. So this is the example of AND bridging. So here I connected NOT gates. These two outputs are shorted. That means it just behave like a AND operation one. So the output of is nothing but F and G. So actually it is these two are different. So because of a defect one, what type of defect is present? AND bridging defect is present. So this is nothing but the defect one. The type of defect is called as a AND bridging defect. And the next one is called as a OR bridging defect one. So OR bridging defect means if these two are shorted, OR bridging is nothing but OR operation is present, that is OR gate is present. So this type of bridging is called as a OR bridging one. So these defects are because of the fabrication. That means during fabrication some defects are present. Okay, that type of defect is called as a bridging fault modeling defect. Okay, next remaining two types are that means upcoming video. Please show the upcoming videos. Okay, thank you.